Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltimar and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Temple of Elemental Evil. Where we left last time, we were exploring Hamlet. There's a bunch of quests for us to do in this town, and they're all really spread out, involving just tons of walking. So what I've decided to do for this video, instead of literally 20-30 minutes of me wandering around doing literally nothing but walking, which isn't exactly all that exciting to watch, I'm going to do a fairly large series of jump cuts, jumping between the buildings to when we talk to the people involved in these quests. I already accidentally picked up one by accident while looking around and marking the map, which I've done between videos as well. We got the barn and all that other junk. In this house here, there is a woman named Gwyneth, sorry. Gwyneth is her name. She wants us to pair up her brother-in-law, Filkin, with the widow, Matilda. So we're going to do that as well. And then we're going to do all the other quests we have picked up. So I'm going to start by jumping right into this building here. This is the guard captain's house. Again, we're going to deal with this uniform/guard problem. So Renton says, "Do you need something?" And I say, "Xvim the tailor tells me that you are the captain of the local militia." "Is that so?" "Well, I'm just an old farmer. I mostly answer to Rufus nowadays on most things, that is." "Does that include keeping Xvim from serving in the militia?" "Well, no, that Xvim business was my decision. We need to defend the town from orcs and such, not offer to sew on their buttons. Xvim is a nice fellow and all, but he's just not the man we need for the post." "What if Xvim made uniforms for all of the men in the militia?" "Huh, that's a right good idea, son. I'd certainly let him in for doing that." "Alright, cool. I'll go inform him of that." We're going to go stop in Matilda's house next, which is right up here. So we'll be back once we get to Matilda. She's in this house on the second floor. And we have arrived. Here's Matilda on the second floor. As noted, we're going to talk to her with our rogue, of course, who is our diplomat and other things. Might I ask you a few more questions? What more would you like to know, sweetie? Gwyneth tells me that you kind of like Filkin. I'd love to buy Filkin a new barn and just end that silly feud he has with Percy. I'm certainly well off enough to do that. Then maybe he'd take some notice of me. But that carpenter fellow is just too busy. That's what Gwyneth thought too. I'm working on the carpenter though. Alright, so we can't do that part yet. We're going to go talk to the carpenter, but apparently we can't set them up until we figure out the carpenter situation. We're going to head up to Xvim's house to tell him about the good news. Mostly that he gets to be a part of the militia. He is up here in this house right here. So we're going to head up there next. And we are back again. We are at Xvim's house. He's right here with the crossbow. Let's talk to him. "Hello again. You better start sewing, Xvim." "What are you talking about? What's sewing?" "I told Captain Renton you'd make uniforms for all of the militiamen." You what? Are you crazy?" He begins to shout. "Do you know how much or how many uniforms that is? I don't have that kind of money. I'm ruined." "Yeah, I got you what you wanted." He stops and looks pensive. "Yeah, I guess you did." He grins. "Wow, it just hit me. I'm in the militia." "Well, enjoy it, Xvim." "Thanks. I'll write to my mother and tell her the good news." Okay, I'm leaving now. You can offer him 20 gold if you feel bad about making him do a bunch of work, but at the same time, I don't really care that much, to be honest. Alright, next we're going to head over to the carpenter's house. The carpenter is... If you're wondering how I know all these things, I actually did this video before. It ended up being like an hour long of just walking around primarily, so I'm like... I reloaded back, and then we're going to just redo it in a shorter way, so that's not so much walking. So the carpenter house is here with this wood lathe looking thing, and we're going to head there. As a side note, that actually might just be a wheel and not a lathe, although it kind of looks like a tool of some sort, but it also kind of looks like a wagon wheel, so I'm not entirely sure which it is. And we have arrived at the carpenter's house. We're going to talk to Rick Lincoln. Perhaps you'll allow me a few more questions. Can you make a new barn for Farmer Filkin? Just about everyone in town's needing something from me about now. Come back in a year and I'll see if I can add it to my list then. What if I paid you 100 gold pieces? That would help, but Rufus and Byrne are paying me well for the castle, and I'd like to stay on good terms with them. Thanks for the offer, though. I will be departing now. So apparently, we don't have the ability to do that quite yet, but we're going to keep working on this. For now, we're going to head up to the tailor's, or down to the tailor's house, I should say, or leatherworker's house, which is right here. And we have arrived. Let's talk to the leatherworker Jack Borden. Aye? Just a few more questions, please. Turgon is recruiting for the Church of St. Cuthbert. Would you be interested in joining? So now he's got you trying to convert me too, eh? He's been pestering me in mine for some time now. I told him, and I'll tell you now, I'm not interested. I understand, Jack, but what would it take for you to convert? Well, with all of Turjon's fussing about that Cuthbert of his, I'd like to see some sort of miracle from him. Let's see. If you could heal my brother, I believe I would believe in this Cuthbert of his. That'd be a real miracle to see Bing healed. Alright, I'll help him out. Hold on there, not so fast. I've already spoken with Turjon, and he's told me that he can't help. That certainly makes me doubt this Cuthbert fellow, but let me know what you find out. Maybe you'll have better luck with his holiness. I must go. Good day. I already know how to do this particular part of the quest, because I've done it before. I haven't done all the quests in town. I did some of them. So we're going to head up to... We're going to deal with this whole situation, because we can actually deal with this whole thing now. The first thing we're going to need to do, though, is go into our inventory and wipe out Ray of Frost, literally all those, and we're going to just jam read magic spells into it. Because we're going to need all the read magic we can get to figure out which of the scrolls we're going to go steal. Borrow is the one we need, so... we're going to grab read magic. Where'd it go? There it is. Bloop. Bloop. And we're not going to go into the tavern quite yet. We're going to go grab the scrolls. So we're going to head all the way up to the Church of St. Cuthbert, and I'll be back when we arrive. We have arrived at the Temple of St. Cuthbert. We're going to head upstairs. We don't need to talk to Turjon. He actually is kind of useless in this particular situation. What we do need to do is read this bookshelf. Unfortunately, it appears maybe our characters weren't in the right position and they couldn't open it. There we go. So we're going to steal all these scrolls. This is why we need read magic. We're also going to take the potions. One of these scrolls is a scroll of healing, and we're going to need it to do the quest to cure whatever the dumb guy's name is. I think he took like a hit to the head or something, and he just, he's not all there anymore. So we do have one read magic spell right now. I'm going to kind of guess which scroll it's one of these last three, I think. We're going to try one of them. So the way to do read magic, it's kind of weird in this game. I figured it out, but it is very strange. So we're going to select our cleric because she's the only one currently with a read magic spell. You bring up this wheel and then you go cleric, which is her cleric ability. She also has domain spells. In this case, she has magic weapon. We're going to use read magic, and we're going to pick what we want to read magic on. I'm going to go with that one. She'll cast the spell, and we'll see what we got. It's the scroll heal. We're just going to go do it right now. Look at that. I got the right one on the first guess. We're going to do all the other ones. Oh god, the other ones later. But we're going to head down to the leatherworker, and we're going to deal with that. I'll be right back when we reach them. And we have re-arrived at the leatherworker's house. We're not going to talk to Jack because we have to do the other part first. So we're going to grab our cleric. And what we need to do is we need to heal Bing of his grievous injury. And I'm going to save just to make sure we don't screw this up. He is, if you talk to him, he says, hee, me Bing, Bing me. See you later, Bing. Bing is not all there, obviously. So we're going to use the scroll from our inventory here. Scroll of heal. We're just going to blast him in the face with some holy goodness. You see the clarity returning to Bing's mind. At last I can think clearly once again. Thank you, Celine Denovan, who is our cleric, of course. And I can't move. Oh, here we go. Hopefully this will convince your brother of the power of St. Cuthbert. I must speak to him now. And we're going to go talk to him. Using the power of St. Cuthbert, your brother has been healed, Jack. Now, how about joining the Church of St. Cuthbert? It's a miracle. St. Cuthbert must be a powerful god indeed, and we owe him much now for bringing back Bing to us. Please inform Turjon that my family and I agreed to convert to his church and to St. Cuthbert. Great news. I'll tell Turjon. We're going to go deal with that right now, and then we'll figure out the next step in our questing to do. But first we have to go all the way back there, so I'll be back in just a few moments. And we have now returned to the temple. Let's go talk to Turjon. He's over here in the corner, and apparently our pathing is not working quite properly, but there we go.
Welcome back to the Church of St. Cuthbert.
The leatherworker has agreed to convert to St. Cuthbert.
So we finally have Jack Borton on board here. Thank you for your help. He will make a fine member of our church. For your help with this, I can offer a reduction in my prices for healing.
Super, thanks for that. That's not exactly what I was hoping for. We're going to talk to Ronald here.
Can I help you?
Not with you, though, just with you.
Can I help you?
Can I ask you some more questions?
Now?
Maybe I won't talk to him.
I was hot on the trail of a groomshite when I was ambushed and almost killed. Graciously, some travelers found me unconscious by the roadside and assumedly brought me to the temple because of my Cuthbertian holy symbol. Ever since, I've been recovering and itching for vengeance.
There's like a little bit of weird, like muffledness to that particular voice actor, but that's okay. Well, again, we're not going to talk to him. He's not the person we need. Let's check our quest log here. I need... Well, we got to do grain for the church at some point in time. We're also going to go down this way. I think there's a quest to get... Maybe it's with him? Not you. Where's our rogue? Rogue!
Welcome back to the Church of St. Cuthbert.
Why haven't you been able to help Michellel with the flower she needs?
I'm sorry. I will have to apologize to her. I've been so busy up here doing church business. I do hope she manages without it for a while longer.
It's okay, Calmert. I told her I'll take care of it.
Oh, thank you so much for your assistance. Michellel will be much relieved when I can finish my duties here.
Got some more questions for you.
I'm gonna be of service, lad. Remember, St. Cuthbert rewards those who give freely to the needy.
Tell me about St. Cuthbert and this church.
St. Cuthbert of the Cudgel is the god of retribution. It is important that all who follow him obey the laws of the land.
Very quiet.
The church here helps those who stray from the path of lawfulness.
Okay, I'm gonna go and just, we're gonna save. This will take but a second. It's weird because you can't actually adjust game volume from inside the game. Now we're gonna up the speech volume by like 2. Hopefully that's fine. Alright. We're gonna find another quest to do. Who's this guy? Who are you, random man? Oh, you're literally just a random man. Gotcha. Alright, I know there's another quest in here. I'm gonna figure out who to talk to. But we can also do the flower thing at the mill. We haven't done the mill yet, so I'm going to wander over to the mill and then we'll continue on with our video. Back shortly. Alrighty, we've arrived at the mill, so let's talk to Mitch, and we have been here once before. Maybe not with you. Rogue. He's also like well armed for a random miller. I got some more questions. I'm here to discuss a donation of flour to the Church of St. Cuthbert. He looks exasperated. Did Calmert send you? I told him I haven't decided yet. No, Michellel sent me. She only wants 3 sacks per week for the church. I'm a member of the Old Faith. I don't know if this is the right thing to do, but I like the priests and I don't want to upset them. What if I talk to your druid about it? You'd speak to Kyrieru? Of course. If he approves, I'd gladly donate the flour. Okay, I'll be back. There's a lot of fetch questy type stuff in this particular thing. I don't know where Kyrieru is, so we're going to have to maybe sideline that one for a teensy bit. There's also a couple buildings over here I haven't gone into yet. I don't think I've been to here. You know what? Let's go. It's not that far. I know we're trying to avoid random walking around the town because there's a lot of it. But this is literally like 2 buildings over. It's not that far. Let's go talk to people in here. Oh, right. We've already been here once. There's Fruella. Let's talk to people. Can I talk to you about your farm here? How's business? Not so good lately. Been having better luck with fishing and hunting. Good luck to you, Holton. Farewell. Actually, I wouldn't think there'd be good hunting in these parts. It's not that bad just outside of town here. Look, you getting at something here? I just sense that you and your family aren't fitting in around here. Anything I can do to help? Look, if you really want to help me out and get some peace and quiet around here, take my daughter Fruella off my hands. She needs a husband. Sure, why not? I'll marry Fruella. Hallelujah, may gods be praised. You go down and talk to Fruella now. You go tell her the good news, you hear? Alright, Holton, I'll let you know what she says. Can we... Is that actually a thing we're going to be doing? I'm so curious now.
You again. What do you need?
I've fallen madly in love with you, Fruella. Would you be my wife?
Did my father put you up to this? He did, didn't he? Well, you go tell him to stop meddling in my affairs. I'll get married when I find the right man, and that man will want to get married in a church. You tell father he has to give me a church wedding.
I'll go tell your father that you want a church wedding. I'll be back soon, sweetie. Nice to see you again. She says she wants a church wedding, Holton. Is that all it'll take for me to get some peace and quiet around here? Heck, I'll get the whole family down to that Cuthbert church for a wedding. It would mean you'd all have to convert to St. Cuthbert, Holton. Heck, that ain't no problem. Sign us up. Okay, I'll go tell Fruella the good news.
Oh, you again. What do you need?
Your father says it's okay. He'll convert to St. Cuthbert so we can get married in a real church.
Okay then. I suppose suppose I could marry you. I could do worse. But I'm coming with you, you know, everywhere you go, and I get a full share of everything. A full share. You hear me?
Well... I might deeply regret this decision. Sure, yes, dear. And then he whispered, what have I gotten myself into? Oh my god, she's actually a group member. What does she do? I'm actually really curious now. She is... She has no stat line. She does have some skills, and she's got armor proficiencies. She's got dodge and improved trip and mobility. She uses a sling, which is not exactly a great weapon. But she has no stats. So what... She's level 3, whatever she is. She's got 29 hit points. I mean, worst case scenario, she dies, right? So, can she get experience? I don't know how NPCs work in this game. We could just kill her too, probably. Anyways, we have Fruella. Does she get experience? I'm really not sure how this works. So she's got 3,135 experience. She's got more than we do, and we're at 279. This is weird. Anyways, we need to go find Kyrieru and also figure out what to do about the carpenter. I think we probably have to go all the way over to the newly built castle, which I think is here, to deal with that particular problem. It's a little bit of a distance, unfortunately. So we're going to, I guess, instead probably go over to this building, or... Yeah, we'll figure out something to do, but I'm going to go search around and figure out where our next quest is going to take us. This is actually as far as I got in like an hour last time, so we're doing great for time. I'll be back shortly. Okay, so I did find another quest here, so we're gonna ask him more questions about St. Cuthbert.
Service, lad. Remember, St. Cuthbert rewards those who give freely to the needy.
Tell me more about St. Cuthbert and his church.
St. Cuthbert of the Cudgel is the god of retribution. It is important that all who follow him obey the laws of the land. Our church here helps those who stray from the path of lawfulness.
He sounds pretty tough. Does he need to exercise much retribution around here?
Oh, St. Cuthbert himself rarely interferes, but we are his agents here at the church. Unfortunately, we have a delicate matter right now that requires some adjustments, you might say.
Tell me more.
Yes, well, one of the Browmeister's apprentices, Kavanaugh by name, has recently converted to St. Cuthbert, but he has failed to pay his dues. Would you go and collect the dues from him for me, please?
Sure, I'll have a talk with this Kavanaugh fellow. Alright, I know exactly where he is. It's a brewery guy, right? So, he's down at the brewery, which is a bit of a distance, so we're going to do a jump cut to when we reach the brewery. Back very shortly. Alrighty, we are here at the brewery, and there's Kavanaugh. We're going to use our rogue, of course. Actually, you know what? Who do we have here in our group? We have, we have Intimidate level 3 with our rogue. Intimidate 6 with our warrior. Intimidate 4. Intimidate 2, 3. Okay. Let's go talk to this guy and see what we can do here. What can I do for you? I'm here at the request of Calmar from the Church of St. Cuthbert. Oh no, I knew he'd send someone sooner or later. Please, I don't have it. I don't have the dues. Please help me. Don't turn me in. We can try and intimidate. You should have thought of that before you signed up, Kavanaugh. Now pay up. Alright, I'll pay. I'll find a way to pay. When? Tomorrow. I'll pay him tomorrow. You go tell Calmart I'll pay him his damn dues tomorrow. Okay, I hope you're right, Kavanaugh. We'll go talk to Calmart. Alright, and now we're going to do yet another cut because we have to travel all the way back to the temple. This is why this town takes forever. You have to do a lot of walking around, so I'll be back really shortly. Alrighty, we have returned to the church. Let's go.
Welcome back to the Church of St. Cuthbert.
Talk. I have a report to give you about Kavanaugh.
What news can you tell me of him? Has he paid his dues?
He said he promises to pay... Actually, we can just do a good thing. Yeah, he paid me. Here's his due of 2 gold pieces.
Ah, that is well. I knew he would be a good member of our
it's
church.
2 gold, who cares?
May St. Cuthbert continue to watch over him.
Goodbye. Did we get a bunch of experience? It doesn't tell you if you get experience for things. Yeah, 339 experience. We're getting closer to level 2. We're going to go look around for more quests to do. We at least have Cupid's arrow to do. We don't know what to do about the carpenter yet. We'll figure that out. We have to go to the miller. Well, we did the miller thing. We need to talk to Drew? Yeah, something like that. About his providing stuff to St. Cuthbert. And we need to find Princess Talahi and Sir Jeffer, but we're not doing that quite yet. Let's go search around a little bit and we'll figure out what to do next. Alrighty, here we go. We are here to talk to the druid.
Friend,
Hello, I'm Edgar Corhall.
I'm Jaru Ashstaff. I'm a druid of the Old Faith and one of the spiritual leaders of this community.
One of the spiritual leaders. Who else is there?
A temple dedicated to St. Cuthbert has been built north of here. The canon Turgeon presides there, serving his own flock.
So, do you like Turgeon?
Oh my. Turgeon can be a very rigid thinker, but we get along in our own way.
So,
I miss the canoness, however.
there was someone else in charge of the temple?
The canoness Ide left some time ago. I know not where she went, but she was a good deal more amenable than Turgeon.
I think the voice thing went quiet again because it crashed, and I'm guessing it didn't save my... Like, it's weird because if you save it here, right? Which we did before. If you don't quit the game normally and it crashes, it doesn't save those options. It just reverts them. It's very kind of annoying, but anyways, let's talk to him again.
Hello again.
That's better. Do you have time for a few more questions?
How can I help you, my son?
I'm trying to help Mitch the miller.
How kind of you, my son. What is the miller's problem?
He would like to donate flour to the Church of St. Cuthbert.
I see. And does he lack the grain?
No, he's worried about what you think, him being old faith and all.
I see. That is quite the dilemma. He has plenty of grain, you say?
Yeah, he could give some to you too.
What a marvelous idea, my son. Please, tell the miller he may donate to both parties, with my blessing.
Thanks, Drew. Goodbye. Alright, we're gonna go deal with... We're gonna talk to... person, tell him that it's A-okay. And I'm gonna... I have like a million saves. I keep just saving in empty slots. Anyways, I'll be back shortly once we get to the miller's hut. Hopefully the game doesn't crash while we wander up there. We have arrived back at the mill, and we're gonna talk to the miller. Might I ask you a few more questions? I've spoken to Drew. Yeah, what did Drew say? You can give flour to the church, but he'd like a donation too. What, I have to donate to both of them now? What kind of deal is that? Well, you're old faith, Mitch, balancing all things and all that. Oh, alright, I guess that's fair. You're a good man, Mitch. Goodbye. Alright, so that takes care of that quest. Do we think we have to go talk to... I guess it's done. We don't need to go talk to anyone else. I guess we don't have to go up to the church and deal with that. It's just done. That puts us at 399 experience. I think we're going to take a break here. We're going to call it a video. At this point, we're going to do more jump video related quests in the next one as well, because it seems to be the best way to deal with Hamlet. Hamlet is a very walky place, and also it crashes quite a lot for some reason. I guess it's probably just because the pathing is weird in here, and so it just kind of kills itself every so often. We're going to have to go deal with still many more things. We're going to get some more quests done. And yeah, we'll figure everything out. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Take care.